Every young player dreams of playing in the EPL, becoming the best in the world and winning awards. Erling remains one of those players whose aspiration is to become the best striker and talk of the world. Having won the Golden Boy Award with the Black and Yellow in 2020, Champions League Striker of the Year and the Bundesliga fan-voted Player of the Year. He continues to strive hard to reach his ultimate goal. His journey to becoming the best is always not comfortable with injuries, goal drought as a striker and media talks. So get yourself a bowl of popcorn and your preferred drink, relax and enjoy how Haaland started from being a world record holder in jumping to one of the best strikers in the world. Erling Braut Haaland is a Norwegian striker born in Leeds, West Yorkshire, England, to former women's heptathlon athlete Gry Merida Braut and his father Alfie Haaland while he was playing for Leeds United Football Club in the English Premier League in July 2000. His father, during his active playing days, played as a right-back and midfielder. He represented the Norway national team, Bryne FK, and his hometown club, Rosaland FC, in Norway. He later went on to represent Nottingham Forest, Leeds United and Manchester United in the English Premier League. 3 years after his birth, Erling Braut Haaland moved from Leeds to his hometown Bryne in Norway, where he started playing football with his mate at a very early age, reported to be 5 years of age. Growing up in Bryne, he participated in various sporting activities outside football, such as handball, golf and track and field event. According to the report, he was believed to perform excellently in the other sporting activities he partook in outside of football. Reports have it that he achieved a world record in his age category for the standing broad jump at the age of 5, where he jumped a total distance of 1.63 meters in 2006. He started playing for the Bryne youth team at age 5 under the academy youth coach Alfingvi Berntsen for a long time, reportedly from 2005 to 2015. During the 2015-2016 league season where he featured for Bryne's reserve team and went ahead to impress his coaches and the team at large, scoring a total of 18 goals in 14 matches, which is considered to be an insane stat by so many football fans. In May 2016, the head coach for the Bryne senior team Gott Larsson, was sacked as the team manager, and Haaland, coach at the youth team Alfingvi Berntsen, was promoted as the caretaker manager. Having known the quality and energy Haaland could add to his team after he had coached him while at the youth level, he handed him his first debut start against Ranheim in Norway's second-tier league on May 12, 2016, a few months before his 16-year birthday. Erling Haaland, coming from the youth system, was initially deployed as a right/left winger, but his rapid development under the coach pushed him to start Haaland in his favored role as a center forward for the team after playing a few matches. Although, he had a horrible season in his breakthrough season, with the senior team failing to score a single goal in a combined 16 matches played. On his way to find greener pasture in the footballing world after his season with the Bryne senior team, he was offered a trial by a German team before he eventually joined Molde FK to play under former Manchester United player and coach and former Norway player Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Molde FK announced the signing of 16-year-old Erling Braut Haaland on February 1, 2017. However, he had to wait a month and 25 days before making his debut for his new club during the Norwegian Cup match against Volda TI, a match which ended in a 3-2 victory for his team. Haaland's wait for his debut in the Eliteserien, Norway Premier League, came to an end 4 months after he joined the team. He was introduced by Ole Gunnar Solskjær in an away game against Sarpsborg 0-8 as a substitute in the 71st minute of the game, replacing Fredrik Brustad. He later went on to receive a yellow just a minute after his introduction, unfortunately for Erling. The debut didn't go as every footballer will want. His team lost the match by a lone goal from Patrick Mortensen in the 62nd minute of the game. Haaland's search for his first goal for the team continues. He was again introduced as a substitute, replacing the same Fredrik Brustad in a league match on September 17, 2017, against Viking FK in an away match in the 64th minute, where he later went on to score the decisive winner for his team in the 80th minute of the game, connecting a decent square pass from Fredrik Orsnes to claim his first goal for his new side. He finished his first season with Molde FK scoring 4 times in 20 appearances for his new side. For the first time in his career, Erling Haaland scored 4 goals in a single game for Molde FK on July 1, 2018, against league leader SK Brann, who were unbeaten in the league in the first 21st minute of the game, which later ended in a 4-0 victory for his side. He later went on to score a couple of goals for that season, including a goal which he converted from the spot in a UEFA Europa League qualifier against KF Lacey of the Albanian League, making that his first goal in a European competition. Due to injuries, Erling couldn't finish the season with Molde FK, though he remained the top goal scorer for his team for that season, scoring 16 goals in all competitions in 30 matches. He was also honored with the Eliteserien Breakthrough Award of the Year following his excellent and remarkable season with Molde FK. Erling's pace, agility, physicality, power, ability to make runs behind defenders, create chances, and goal-scoring prowess made him hit the limelight, catching the interests of so many European teams, including his father's former club Leeds United. His coach then likens him to Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku, while some other coaches and football analysts believe he plays just like Swedish striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's well known to be a physical player who uses his body and height, which is around 1.95 m, to shield and protect the opponent from getting the ball from him, set up his midfielders, and then run behind the opponent's defense to create space and score goals. Having shown what he's capable of during his young age, setting records in jumping, he's very dangerous in aerial duel, winning most duel he contested and scoring a lot of goals with his head and even a foot aerially. To appreciate his good form and athleticism, he was called upon to represent his country at the youth level. While representing his country in the U19 UEFA European Championship qualifier, he scored a hat-trick against Scotland in a 9-goal thriller which saw his country qualify for the 2018 UEFA European Championship. Following the U19 competition, Austrian Bundesliga champions Red Bull Salzburg announced the signing of Haaland from Molde FK, who will be joining them by January 1, 2019. Upon joining the Austrian Bundesliga champions, he made his debut a month after joining, in a cup fixture against Wiener Neustadt, scoring his first goal for the Austrian side against Lask Linz in a league match 5 months after his announcement by the team. He never stopped scoring after that. He went on to score his first hat-trick for his new team in a 7-1 Austrian Cup win against SCSV Parndorf, followed by his first league hat-trick against Wolfsberger AC in a 5-2 win, which saw him score a total of 11 goals in 6 consecutive matches. Just 3 days after, he scored his first ever Champions League hat-trick against Genk in a 6-2 victory for his team. Haaland's single goal versus Liverpool and brace against Napoli make him the second teenager after the recent Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema to score in his first 3 appearances of the competition. His 6 goals in the first 3 appearances are the most by any player in the competition's history. He scored in his 4th appearance as well, making him the first teenager to achieve such and the 4th player of any age after Zé Carlos Alessandro Del Piero and Diego Costa. Haaland doesn't stop joining the record holder and setting records. He went ahead to score after coming on as a substitute against Genk in the reverse fixture to score and making him join Del Piero, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sergei Rebrov, Neymar and Lewandowski as the only player to score in their first 5 appearances in the Champions League history and becoming the first teenager to score in 5 consecutive appearances in the Champions League. He, however, spent just 2 seasons with the Austrian giant, scoring a total of 29 goals in 28 appearances for the side, winning the Austrian Bundesliga title twice, the Austrian Cup, Austrian Player of the Year and Austrian Bundesliga Player of the Season. Following his decent record and goal-scoring form, he was invited to the Norway U20 team wherein feature in the FIFA U20 World Cup. whereas scored a total of 9 goals in a single match against Honduras and went on to set a record for the most goals scored in a single match in the competition history. Despite his team crashing of the competition in the group stage, he went ahead to win the Golden Boot as the competition top scorer. Following his outstanding seasons with the Austrian champions, he made his way to the Signal Iduna Park in Germany for a fee reported to be around €20 million a few days before the new year in 2019. He made his debut for this new side as a substitute in an away game against FC Augsburg, where he scored a hat-trick in a 5-3 win victory. However, scoring 3 made him the second player after Gabonese striker Aubameyang to score 3 goals on their league debut for the German club. Haaland's goal-scoring form continued in his first month with the German side, where he won the January Bundesliga Player of the Month for his excellent performance. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the league was put on hold and returned to action on May 19. His brace against Red Bull Leipzig helped his team secure the second spot on the league table and guaranteed them a place in the Champions League football for the next season. He ended that season scoring 16 times in all competitions and assisting thrice. Haaland continues his good form for the new season, scoring a brace in his side's 3-0 win over Borussia Mönchengladbach in the first match of the season. He also scored his team's equalizer against the German Bundesliga champion Bayern Munich in a 3-2 loss in the DFL Super Cup fixture. He won his second Bundesliga Player of the Month in November 2020, after which he scored a total of 5 goals in the league, including that was his 4 goals against Hertha Berlin SC and a goal against Bayern Munich in a 3-2 loss in the league. Berling further went on to score a brace in the first 10 minutes of the game against the Bundesliga champions in the reverse league fixture, though he was subbed off after he sustained a knock. The match later ended 4-2 in favor of the German champions after a comeback. His second goal of the game was his 100th career goal in just 146 appearances. His brace against Sevilla FC in a Champions League second leg fixture on May 9 saw his team advance to the next round of the competition. Haaland, in his first 14 games of the competition, already scored 20 goals, making him the fastest and youngest player to achieve such. He finished that season winning the Bundesliga fan-voted Player of the Season after scoring 41 goals across all competitions, with 27 of that coming from the league, the Champions League top goal scorer with 10 goals, and was also awarded the Champions League beat forward for that season. His next season for the German side wasn't that great, with injuries keeping him on the sideline for as long as 2 months. He returned from injury on November 27 when he scored his 50th Bundesliga goal in a 3-1 win over Wolfsburg, making him the player with the fewest appearances to reach such a number and also the youngest player to score 50 league goals. A few months later, the German side announced Erling would be leaving the side to join the English Premier League champions Manchester City after it was reported that the English side had activated his €60 million release clause. He went ahead to bid farewell to his teammates, coaches and fans of the club at the Signal Iduna Park before their match against Hertha Berlin SC and scored the first goal of the match in a 2-1 win for his side, which was also his last goal for the team. He left the German side scoring a total of 86 goals across all competitions in 89 appearances for the side. Haaland joined the Premier League side on July 1 on a 5-year deal contract and made his debut in a 3-1 loss to the Merseyside team Liverpool in the FA Community Shield fixture, where he failed to score. Following his failure to score in the fixture, a lot of football fans claim he's overhyped and won't succeed in the English Premier League, though the reverse was the case. Erling shut his doubters by scoring twice in his league debut against West Ham in the first league game of the season, which ended 2-0 in favor of the Manchester side. He went on to score a hat-trick against the Patrick Vieira side, which was his first in the league 20 days after his league debut, and went on to score another 4 days later against Nottingham Forest, making him the fastest player to score a double hat-trick in the league, cancelling the older record of 14 matches. Also he won the August Player of the Month in his first month of playing in the league. Haaland continued his exceptional form in the league and was handed his first Champions League debut for his new team against Sevilla FC, where he netted a brace and took his tally in the competition to 25 goals in 20 appearances. His hat-trick in the 9-goal thriller Manchester Derby victory was his third consecutively in a home league game and the first player in league history to attain such. He went ahead to be named the quickest player to score a hat-trick thrice, doing so in just 8 appearances, cancelling the former record held by Ballon d'Or winner Michael Owen in 1998 and that of the English Premier League all-time top goal scorer Alan Shearer, who scored 3 hat-trick in 10 games during the 1994-95 season. His new manager Pep Guardiola likened him to Barcelona and Netherlands legend Johan Cruyff following his brilliant late winner against his former side Borussia Dortmund. He further went on to say, "He's an exceptional player, I've said it many times. But at his age, and I think he has ambition, he wants to be better, and I think he will be better." However, he scored 20 times in his first season with the Citizens in all competitions and provided 3 assists in just 14 appearances for his new side. Many football fans believe if he can continue his goal-scoring form and stay injury-free, he will become the greatest goal-scorer ever in the history of the sport, going over Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. I hope you enjoyed your time paying attention to the story of one of the most prolific strikers in the world. I know you will like to know more about other football players across the globe. So don't forget to subscribe to get more amazing stories.